Isang kaway! Nakita niyo po, idol po ako ng mga kasambahay ng aking
In your face, sucker!
Kasi po tayo, pro mahirap po tayo, hindi ho tayo pro mayaman.
It's a lie!
Ako po, ipinanganak akong super yaman. Makikipagsunugan talaga ako ng pera sa kanila. Gusto nila, sunugin nila ako ng pera nila. Pero sisiguraduhin ko, hindi pa ho ako napapasok. Ubos na yung pera nila. Pero pag sila ho sinunog ng pera ko, pati ngipin at buto nila, abo na. Yung pera ko hindi pa ho naaabo.
In your face, sucker!
Gusto nyo ng yabangan? O ayan, inahamon ko kayo ng yabangan.
You fail!
Pero pagdating natin sa taong bayan, oh my God, for God's sake, bakit nyo naman ako pinahihirapan pa samantalang pwede naman kong ipasok yung truck dito kanina? At lapit lang ho, at nang naidiskarga na,
Mga ka-Ayuda, pa-picture lang po ang ginawa niya dito. Opo, wala pa pong bigas. Kundi ang unang pinamigay ni Gusgusin, Budol King, food pack, meal pack. Mga ka-Ayuda, hindi bigas.
kung naidiskarga na, sana ngayon ho, ipinamimigay na natin sa taong bayan yan. Alam nyo po, pakipollow nyo po yung YouTube channel ko, please. Kasi po, yung unang post ko kanina, nawala na naman kay Facebook. For sure, ito, mawawala na naman to kay Facebook. Alam nyo po kung bakit? Kalahating milyon ho yung nag-view eh.
Wow, grabe. Ganyan po, paulit-ulit sa loob ng unang linggo ng pagla-live ni Gusgusin Mangusin ang mga sinasabi niya upang dumami ang kanyang mga subscriber, mga ka-Ayuda. Ang galing, ano po?
First ever in the world na nagkaroon ng vlogger na 250,000 viewers on live. Parang kakaiba ho yun. Hindi po ba? 250,000 viewers live.
Opo, mga ka-Ayuda. Posible po ito. Million views sa pamamagitan po ng mga trolls kagaya ni Mac Pablo.
Ayun, muntik na ako kumabangga. Pero okay lang ho. Kahit mabangga yung kotse ko, di bumili ng bago. Ganun lang mo yun eh.
Ang tanong, totoo ba na nakapagbigay ng bigas si Mangusin? Opo. Matapos niyang makapangbudol sa online, sa GCash, sa live chat, at sa donation online. Opo, nagbigay ng bigas doon sa mga alipores niya.
Alas 7 ng umaga at tayo ay busy. Lahat ho ng pwedeng gawin, ginawa na natin. Lahat ho ng lumapit, wala tayong hinindian. Lahat ng lumapit, pinagbigyan natin.
Bola lang yan.
Kabise, meron bagal lumapit sa atin na ating nahindian?
Wala po.
Wala. Dugong Ilocano eh. Katulad ho ng aking sinabi, isusugal ko ho lahat para sa ating mamamayan.
Totoo yan.
Willing na ho kung
Bola lang yan.
ibigay lahat. Actually ho, kinausap ko yung ibang mga partner ko kasi medyo malaki na ho yung ating gastos. At talaga namang ubos na ang aking savings. Ang natira lang ho sa aking bank account out of 100 plus million ay 200,000 na lang.
Ako po, ipinanganak akong super yaman. Makikipagsunugan talaga ako ng pera sa kanila. Gusto nila, sunugin nila ako ng pera nila. Pero sisiguraduhin ko, hindi pa ho ako napapasok. Ubos na yung pera nila. Pero pag sila ho sinunog ng pera ko, pati ngipin at buto nila, abo na. Yung pera ko hindi pa ho naaabo. Ako po, ipinanganak akong super yaman. Makikipagsunugan talaga ako ng pera sa kanila. Gusto nila, sunugin nila ako ng pera nila. Pero pag sila ho sinunog ng pera ko, pati ngipin at buto nila, abo na. Yung pera ko hindi pa ho naaabo.
You fail!
Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Patnubay at gabay ng magulang ay kailangan sa mga batang manonood.
Sharon, ex-girlfriend of Francis Leo Marcos, and he's gonna tell us several information regarding FLM, just to verify and let others, Filipinos, know what happened to him and what happened to her and in between her and Francis Leo Marcos. Okay, Ate, for those, I'm gonna ask you now. For those who are not, who were not able to watch your first interview with Doc Kelly, can you tell us, please, how you and FLM met?
Yeah. First of all, hello to all your viewers, and thank you for this opportunity as well, Miss Mayo and Maui. Sorry, Miss Maui, and I'm also would like to extend my gratitude to Doc Kelly Kellogg's Real Talk. So to help me as well feel comfortable enough to share my story in his channel. So basically, how it started was. I met a common friend in Australia during the time that we were doing a DDS rally on April, and she introduced herself to me. I befriended her, and the following weekend she came to stay at my place, and so I showed her around, and she ended up going Facebook Live, and during that time, Francis, who was in the Philippines, had connected with her during the live show, and unbeknownst to me, he was already contacting her and finding a little bit about my background and everything. And within a couple of days, and she stayed at my place for about 3 days, and within a couple of days, she sort of forced me to I guess pressured would be the word, to just introduce myself to him, befriend him, and she said to me that he's known Francis for over 12 months, and he's a good guy, and so he said, and at the time I was going through separation, or I've just gone through a separation, so I wasn't really ready to look. I just wanted to have a very quiet life and just sort of settle down, from all the experiences I've had and all the, I just wasn't ready for anything, for any new relationship. And she said to me, look, he's nice, and she said to me, he's a radio announcer and he lives in the Philippines, and his name is Francis. And I said, okay. And so we started to talk, and we struck a friendship. And by that stage, he started to get very relentless in pursuing me. Like
Persuasive or something.
Yeah, he's so insistent that between her and Francis, I felt like I was in the middle, and I was, I guess, pressured into speaking with him and getting to know him eventually. He's very, don't get me wrong, Francis is very charismatic. He's nice. He has a part of the characteristics where you can talk to him face to face and he'll make you feel comfortable. When he's in a group of people, he's funny. He can be fun, and so he likes to joke around, when he's in a good mood, I guess. So, and I guess he caught me in a way that he spoke. He's very, he spoke in an intellectual level from time to time.
Very confident.
Yes, very confident, very confident. And so anyway, after a while, because of his persuasiveness and his insistence, I just said, okay, we'll try this relationship, this long distance relationship, and there has to be some trust between us because we're living apart, So in the end, eventually, so that was around end of April. By May, we already were going out, like we were courting, and basically he said to me, why can't you answer me now? You know, I can, yeah, he says, answer me now, and I will court you for life, you know.
Ooh,
so
just like the way Ferdinand Edward Marcos courted emailed Marcos. I think that's how.
I found that out after, like, I answered him, you know, and he said to me, you know, my uncle, I said, do you know that my auntie Imelda was only courted for 11 days and they got married? Yeah. So thank you for reminding me about that. So I forgot all about that. So yeah, and then and I said, it's quick. And he says, Marcuses have a charisma, you know, and with women, you know. And I said, oh, okay. And that's one thing I didn't like about him, is because he's so boastful. He's so boastful, and I just did not. We didn't get along in that sense, you know, like, because he's just constantly showing things off, you know. So I guess he probably felt that he couldn't get me there. So he started to discuss about his philanthropic work with all his charities and his organizations. He's got all these businesses under the Marcos group of companies, and so. Basically, that's where I picked interest, and I thought, oh, he seems to be kind, compassionate. So that's where I could see that side of him, where, you know, he's fun-loving, he's generous, he's kind. So I guess that's when my heart fell for him, you know. And so until he came to Australia in June, which is, from my memory, is the end of May, at the 30th of May, until June 25th. So that's where he stayed. So it's only a short period of time that we ended, that we were together. And then, and during that time, he basically proposed to me. So I knew that he was already. I knew that he was already wanting to propose to me before he left, and so when he came here, he basically had 3 things in mind, and that was to organize the foundation here, and to meet all the officers, and also to propose to his fiancée, which was me, and then he just. So when I met him at the airport with 2 of my friends, basically there was really no proposal. He just gave me the ring by saying those 3 things, and he just gave me the ring.
Was that in a restaurant or somewhere? I saw the picture actually, Ate. You were wearing, I think, some kind of a pencil cut skirt, below the knee skirt. Kind of a flowery.
Oh.
I saw that picture. Him on his bended knee. Showing.
No, that's a second proposal.
Oh,
so
there was a second proposal.
Okay. There's a story to that Doc Kellogg didn't we didn't cover. So basically, when we met in the airport, right, and we got into the car, I was sitting at the back seat with him, and he said to my friends and me that there's 3 objectives that he wanted to attain. To attain during the time that he stayed, which was to meet the officers, to start the foundation, and to propose to his fiancée. And he just pulled out the ring and he puts it in my finger, and my friend just looked at me in shock, and I was in shock. I really didn't expect that he would propose to me that way. And she said to me, just wear it, you know.
And
so
how much is that ring, allegedly?
Oh yeah, allegedly it was $2 million, 2 million pesos. Sorry,
That's
2 million pesos are like,
expensive.
and he says, he showed it to my friends. He said, that's 2 million pesos, and I said, oh crap, you know, and you know, I just couldn't, I couldn't take his boastfulness. And so when we got in to a restaurant to have lunch, my friend said, "Oh, where is he staying?" And unbeknownst to my friend, I've already asked him that in the car. I'm staying with you, and I said, "Oh, okay." And my head was spinning. I was thinking to myself, you know, here's a millionaire, and
Yeah.
He can't afford to stay somewhere, you know, in that month. Because I know myself, if I go on a holiday, my airfare and my accommodations are already taken care of.
Yeah.
You know.
And did
so
he even dare to tell you that he is planning to stay at your house?
no, I had no idea. I didn't ask because I thought to myself, he's got the money.
Yes, and to think that he has a ring worth 2 million pesos. If he was broke,
exactly.
he could have maybe gave you a much cheaper ring and sell that
Correct.
expensive ring for him to have accommodation in Australia.
Correct. And having said that, prior to him coming here, he told me that that he's going bankrupt, you know, and he's going bankrupt, and he said that he might end up losing his businesses, selling his property, his condo, and he's got a block of lands like I'm just trying to remember rice, corn, and tobacco.
Some kind of a
Those
plantation.
It's the plantations. Those are the three things that he owns, and also a fishing boat. And he said that because everything got frozen because of BBM's protest for the VP position, that the bank had sparked this thing that about with the Marcoses, you know what I mean, of their wealth and everything. So I thought, oh great. And then he said, you know, can you borrow me some money? I can't afford to pay my electricity. So I started. It started
to pay
small.
electricity with a $2 million ring.
Well, the thing is that was before the buying the ring. So he started asking me for small amount of money until.
When did that start? After he went back to the Philippines?
No, before he came. Before he came to Australia.
April?
Yeah. So April, May, he started to ask for money. So because he said that he couldn't afford to pay his electricity, and the next one was rent that I had to pay, and then it just grew until at one stage I sent over $3,000 plus.
That's almost
How much is that?
12,000 to 14,000 pesos.
More than that, I think. 3,000.
No, $3,000?
Dollars plus, yeah.
So that's 140,000 pesos. Could be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a huge
So
amount.
yeah. So anyway, so here we are trying to organize everything, and it's like I was trying to stress financially because I thought to myself,
That was
you know,
for the
we've only
foundation.
just
That was for the foundation.
no, this is just for him. Because he said he's broke, he can't pay for things, and he's trying to organize to sell all his properties and everything, and he said that he's going to pay me back.
Before coming to
after
Australia.
Before coming to Australia. So he said he's just trying to help BBM, and because everything is frozen, he even showed me a letter from the bank, you know, and he even showed me some of his passbook that contained a few million pesos. And so when I met him in April, the latest passbook that was updated from my memory was February of 2017. So my assumption was like, okay, he just haven't had a chance to update his book, you know, so his passport. So I thought, okay, he's got money there, you know, but I didn't know at that time that he also has bad habits of gambling as well. You know what I mean? So I didn't know any of those vices that he had. Yes, yeah. So anyway, so I ended up lending him the money because he showed me properties. Like he gave me some documents to show. So I thought to prove to prove that he owns. Yeah, he showed me cars and everything. So I lent him the money, and then and he actually, before he came to Australia, he even asked me for the airfare.
So did you spend for
No.
his airfare. Ah, that's good.
No,
That's good.
yeah, because I said to him, "You're the one courting me." I said to him, "You're the
My
one
God.
courting me."
So asking for
You
you,
know,
to stand
and-
for his airfare and you didn't even include the accommodation. Ate, pardon me, I'm gonna cut you from time to time because I have to translate some of your stories to Filipino language for the benefit of Filipinos who are watching. Okay. So sabi ni ate nga po, na-meet niya si Francis around April, right, ate?
Yes, yeah, April,
Hanggang
end of
August.
April.
Hanggang August.
Yeah.
kayo,
Yeah, end of April to early August.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so almost 4 months relationship.
yeah, almost. Yes.
And
Yeah.
then he went to Australia end of May, so that's probably after a month of knowing you. And then nagstay siya sa Australia ng less than a month, mga 25 days or 26 days. And then bumalik na nga dito si FLM. And then ayun nga, hinihingan pala niya si ate ng mga panggastos noon sa kuryente. At kung ano pa mga expenses niya dito sa Pilipinas bago siya pumunta ng Australia, at tapos hindi naman pala clarified na meron siyang accommodation or something, kaya sinundo ni ate sa before. Now ate, actually, while you were telling your story, I was able to share the link of our YouTube live to Facebook, so thank you so much for that. I didn't made you wait 2 minutes before I allow you to speak. But this interview is actually based on the questions raised by his followers, no? So I'm gonna ask you this. From ito ay galing po ha sa mga nagtatanong, na lalo na mga followers po ni FLM, mga talagang solid FLM na parang ang pagmamahal sa kanya ay parang pagmamahal ng President Duterte. Ito yung pagkakataon nung matanong ang ex-girlfriend ni Francis Marcos, also known as Norman Mangusin and Galawang. Ate, the first question is, what did FLM do?
Basically, when he came, I felt like I was being used, and I thought that his interest was mainly to build a relationship with me. But after a while of knowing him, I think his focus was to create the foundation here. I felt like it's hard to say without defaming the person, you know, but I felt like his plan was to use the foundation to defraud the public of their money.